Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo, and you are watching the LockerGnome Daily Report, or TLDR for short, your daily dose of geek news, gadget views, and answers that you can use. Like an answer to the question, what kind of beer is Chris drinking while he's broadcasting live and drooling all over himself? This is a Russian Imperial Stout, my favorite kind of beer ever. Love it. And if you've never tried it, you owe it to yourself if you are of legal age, no matter where you happen to live in the world. I do have some gadget views and a giveaway to get to today. But first, let me go ahead and thank the 410 patrons who are supporting this. And I hope you would be one person who wanted me to do TLDR daily. This is what people wanted for months and months and months, and I'm finally giving it back to you. Can only do this with your help. Head over to chrispirillo.com for more information. The link's in the video description. We're using Patreon as a service to help give you more than the average viewer might get. So you get TLDR and then some. In fact, today I recorded 2 personalized videos that the people who got them as a part of their Patreon value put them in their own YouTube channel. So if you wanted me to do a video for your YouTube channel, that's pretty much the way to get it done. I'm doing my best for you, and hopefully you are enjoying the ride as we move forward, thanking everybody who helped make this possible. The Patreons, or I should say the patrons, through Patreon, of course, but the shout-outs at this point, until I figure out another way of getting their names mentioned in TLDR, go to Eshkute Headphones, Tom Matthews, Brandon Hawkins, he's one I did a video for today, Anthrit, the vlogger from Montana, Mark Hyder, again, happy birthday yesterday, Matt Pegler, Daryl, Robert Crawford, Saif Mahmood, Eva Brown, Schwazy 2013, Jennifer Metz, Christopher Wall, Daniel Spiva, Geekcast, Ulan Soli. Oh, forgive me. Mr. Soli. Can we agree on that until I say your first name right? Joey Hernandez. Andrew Myers. Chris Miller. He's the other one I did the personalized video for. Mark Flores. Daniel Hadley. And the guy known as Ben. We don't have his last name yet. James Isles. Joseph. Frank Neidham. David Bates. Gregorio. Gregory Stepp, Kieran Bold, Ben Michaud, Sven Rosler, Mike LaRue, John Dezel, not sure yet, Ross Milne, Tony Ross, Andrew Neoculis, Jonathan Perez, Rick Sayre, Brian Brinkley, Alex and Tom's Tech Advice and News, Fraser Walker, and Brian Roberts, not to mention Courtney Ellis as well. Cheers to you, cheers to everybody out there. Let me go ahead and jump into my first gadget view really quickly, and I'll come back to this. Mophie just sent me a new product, and I've loved Mophie as cases, or for cases, for a while. This is called the Mophie Space, and it's an external battery pack. This is the iPhone 5S, so it's got a lightning adapter, that connects to your iPhone, but it's connected by way of micro USB. I wish that was a lightning pass-through, maybe in another version, but the value of this as an iPhone case, yes, it's protected. There is some amount of distance between the phone screen and the lip of the case, so hopefully that'll keep it safe if it does happen to fall, and it probably will if it's in my hands. You've got the battery storage, external battery storage, effectively potentially doubling the battery life of your iPhone, which you can toggle with this switch if you want. You also have speakers that pass through up front, so the audio will go out this way. The value to this, beyond all that, is that it has storage inside, and you use the free app with the Mophie Space to offload photos, videos, whatever. So if you want to upgrade your storage for your iPhone, check out the Mophie Space. I've used their device before. Love using a Mophie product when I'm traveling specifically. Day-to-day use, it's possible. I'm going to see if it survives the first fall. That's my number one concern, if it does. But I would say that if you're looking to double your battery life, potentially double your storage, depending on what you have now, the Mophie Space may be a good option for you right up front. They just sent it. Look at that. Mophie loves you. Well, they loved me enough to send this along. And yeah, 16 gigs or 32 gigs extra storage. I'm not sure which one I got, but I am happy to have it. There you go. Gadget view right up front. What's the giveaway? Okay, I'll get to that in a few minutes. I've got a few bits of news that I definitely want to cover, including, and by the way, the links will be in this video's description, including the giveaway. First, I have to thank a sponsor who's also making this possible. TLDR needs patrons. We need sponsors at this point. So thank you to GoToMeeting with HD Faces by Citrix, the powerfully simple way to meet online. You can share the same screen and see each other in HD video conferencing. Start hosting a GoToMeeting in seconds from your computer or mobile device by signing up for a free 30-day trial. Visit GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. That's my last name. I love my last name. I also love software updates. So imagine how happy I am after talking to you yesterday about the GoToFail bug that was plaguing Apple's operating systems, iOS, OS X. Apple has finally released OS X Mavericks 10.9.2. To update, just go to the App Store on your Mac, the Mac App Store, go to Updates, and it'll download the patch. In fact, I think that it made Mavericks more usable on the Mac Pro that I've been using for a while. I was able to reboot without needing Diana's assistance. That hasn't been the issue. At least with 10.9.1, there was a bug introduced, but they may have fixed that. Yay, Apple! And of course, they addressed the security issue. Also enabled FaceTime audio calls from the desktop. Yay for that. It's a big update, I would say, if only for that security patch. So, if you know someone who uses OS X, and you probably do, or iOS, tell them to update to the latest version immediately. That is a big deal because for all the reasons I detailed yesterday, I don't want to dive into that right now. I found out about this mask that you can wear, like if you're outside and the elements are hitting your face, you can wear scarves and stuff, but they make a Chewbacca face mask for you to wear to protect you from the elements. If you ski, if you snowblow your parents' driveway when you're visiting them a few weeks ago, you could look like Chewbacca. Isn't that awesome? They also make one of these face masks with Sasquatch. So if you don't want to be Chewbacca, you can be Sasquatch, and they have a variety of other things. Thought it was crazy. I ended up blogging about it, and I put, of course, that link in this video's description. Kind of a little geeky thing. I hate to tell you, that's not the last mention of Star Wars today. Another thing that we found over the past couple of days happens to be something that you may be interested in if you love BioShock. There you go. BioShock Infinite Skyhook Replica keeps you in the game. You ever wanted to own that? You can. It's available in real life. Forget the video games for just a moment. Bring that stuff into your life. And then don't walk into an airport with that. That's not recommended. I'm not saying you should do that. That is very ill-advised. So, other bits of news that came around today. Star Wars, The Clone Wars, The Lost Missions trailer has been posted. I am covering a lot more Star Wars than I have in TLDR to this point, but hey, it's geek news. Loved The Clone Wars, and the beautiful thing, as seen in this trailer, I didn't think they would be releasing another season of The Clone Wars. Wonderful animation. They're releasing it, I do believe, on Netflix, so we're likely going to see all episodes all at once. They answer so many questions that came up in the prequels. Like Sifo Dyas and how Qui-Gon Jinn figured out how to communicate once he was killed. So I'm very much looking forward to that. The trailer looks very exciting. It includes a few new characters. We did not see Ahsoka Tano or in the trailer, so I don't know if we're going to really hear more from her, as she had walked off pretty much at the end of the last seasons from the Clone Wars, but that was posted. In line with that, here's a bonus for you if you didn't know. And you happen to own an iOS device, you can get The Incredibles for free, legally. Disney released something called Disney Movies Anywhere, and you can go to the website for that, or just download it from the App Store, and I did. For a couple of reasons. One, I like Disney movies, including the classics, right? Haven't really bought a lot of them lately, but that might very well change, given that I'm going to be a father at some point this year. Yay. If you download this app, you register with your Disney account, you cross it over with your Disney account and your iTunes account, you can get The Incredibles for free. There you go. Just saved you $20. And that's stored in your library. Think of this app really as, I don't want to say an overlay to your existing purchases in iTunes for Disney movies, because it does function that way, but you can also manage multiple users, set up, different access, depending on, those users connected to that one account. That's how Disney's been doing it for a number of years. So just think about it as an easier way of managing Disney's digital library with in the safe infrastructure of Apple's media ecosystem. And let me say that Apple's, as far as I'm concerned, as far as, the world of buying digital media is concerned, Apple has been the most stable for the longest period of time. So do I trust Apple? Yeah. I mean, as far as managing media is concerned. Do I trust Disney? Yeah, maybe. I can't imagine them changing the game at this stage. This is really a shot across the bow of Ultraviolet. I do have some Ultraviolet movies as well. You could use those on iOS through the Flickster app. Almost got one the other day, but I figured I'll just wait to rent the DVD for $1. Why spend 20 when you can just, watch it for $1? That, I know, it's the economics. But, I look at it as a value. Am I going to watch that video again? Possibly not. I see a movie once. Usually, I'm good to go. Compare that to TLDR. I'm doing something new for you every day. Sometimes in a Starscream hoodie. I hope you're liking this, Megatron. Oh, you want me to put up the hood? Fine. Are you remembering to like this video now? Huh? Okay, that's enough. If I lost any amount of credibility, well, you should know that I didn't have much to begin with. TiVo co-founders are starting to sell the $49 QPlay TV streamer. So think of this as, like an Apple TV, like a Roku. But the value of the QPlay streamers, yes, it's $50. But you can watch RSS feeds, Twitter feeds that are cultivated, and YouTube feeds. So imagine, setting up a playlist here and then having it being able to play in a Q, that's the letter Q, cute, in the QPlay TV streamer. So that's pretty valuable, I would say, in terms of you and wanting to experience your favorite YouTube channels, thinking less about going to a channel and knowing more about what kind of content you want. When I watch a show, I don't really think, what channel do I need to watch it on? Or I really don't want to think about that. I just want to watch the show. I want to watch the program. What do you care? This is happening in the LockerGnome Geek Lifestyles channel, which you may not have subscribed to yet. You can do that right now. I'll wait. Have you done it? Cool. We can move on. So it's a more open way of looking at media, probably more open for you in the sense that you don't care what channels the content comes from. They're going to ultimately go down that path and just making it easier for you to just see the things you want to see and experience the things you want to experience. So check it out if you want more information. The name is Q. That's the letter Q, Play. Starting at $50. I'd say that's decent. Google Glass is not going away. I actually got an invitation. Someone said, hey, I got some invites. And I'm like, hey, do you have an extra $1,500? In which case, yeah, let's talk. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I'd love to talk about that. But at this point, I do not plan on getting Google Glass. Google, however, is lobbying against distracted driving regulation in 3 U.S. states. So they think that Google Glass could be a distraction, and yes, it could be. But I would argue no worse than the heads-up display I have in my car right now. No worse, say, than someone using a mobile device, and that has turned out to be deadly. No worse than a GPS console. No worse than a radio. No worse than technology that already exists in the car. I don't know why people have to be so afraid of this stuff. It's down to the user. If the user knows, the person knows that their primary objective, their primary task is to drive, they're going to change the channel. They're going to talk to the person next to them. They're going to check the time. They're going to check their speed. They're going to have a variety of things going on. And I think they're going to be able to handle it. I mean, at least as far as Google Glass is concerned. The bigger challenge with, say, this screen is that most people who end up, causing serious injury or deaths of themselves or others, they're looking at a second screen. They're driving and they're doing something here and they're looking down at another screen. That's where it becomes a problem. If anything, Google Glass could solve that problem. Okay, maybe not entirely. That's a bit hyperbolic, but I'm just suggesting that I don't know if people yet understand the value of that technology and just how pervasive it's going to be. Eventually, it's not even going to be a question. Every single prescription lens sold at some point is going to have this technology in there. It's just going to become affordable and ubiquitous. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Mark my words. Fast forward 10 years from now and see if I'm right. If I'm dead, well, what does it matter if I was wrong or right? Twitch game streaming, even though I'm not really using Twitch at this point, is coming to the Xbox One on March 11th. Okay, cool. I really want to do Twitch. I do. But all I would do is play classic games, like Tetris. I don't think anybody would watch, because it's not cool, like Minecraft or World of Warcraft or any one of the popular games that everybody else wants to play. Oh well. You guys want to see me play on Twitch? Yeah, let me know. You just got to know what kind of gamer I am. Do not expect me to jump into a deathmatch, any kind of FPS, because it's just going to be sad. That's probably what you want to see. You want to see a pathetic person. That's why you watch this video. Well, you can watch me here. Why would you want to watch me make a fool of myself? Well, I'm doing that anyway. Anyway. So, I may get on Twitch, I may not at some point. Microsoft Devices Chief, this is a position, Devices Chief, Julie Larson-Green is taking on a new role as the Chief Experience Officer for products like Bing and Office and Skype, and is going to be replaced, and get this, she's going to be replaced by Nokia's Stephen Elop. And, did I say that name right? I know he's from a completely different country, completely different culture. Elop? It'd be weird for me to say that, right? So this guy, I'm not going to say that he ran Nokia into the ground, but kind of did. I don't know if I would necessarily want to put him in the position of Microsoft's Chief Devices Officer. Yeah, because that's not... Well, I guess, now that I think about it, Microsoft could not do any worse in the marketplace as far as their devices are concerned today. So maybe it's kind of a Hail Mary pass. What is he going to do? Really, what could he possibly do to hurt Microsoft more than they hurt themselves? So we'll see what happens. Just thought I'd let you know that this change is happening, and to me, is a huge deal. You might remember a few months ago there was something called Airtime, a video chat that you could use on your phone to talk back and forth. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Airtime was originally released on the desktop. No one really used it. Well, it's been rebranded effectively, even though they didn't want to let you know that it was rebranded, as OK Hello. Haven't tried this yet, but imagine being able to video conference with multiple people from a smartphone. That's essentially what this app is. So I haven't tried it yet, but I may give it a shot. Okay, hello. Apps to me, they're easy, right? Even at 99 cents. Sure, I'll download it, give it a shot. Is it worth 99 cents? Most things are anymore. But I remember, I am from the time where you could only get software at stores, effectively. And the software you would buy would be between, $30 and $50. And it may have been a piece of junk. And you may never have updated it past the point of purchase. So, 99 cents is really, that's a low barrier to entry. I'll do just about anything for $5. I'll try anything. $5. Not a big deal. Drop in the bucket. So people, what I don't get is people spend hundreds of dollars, multiple hundreds of dollars to get the top-end smartphone, and then they whine and moan about a 99-cent app. Really? Okay. Oddball. That's right. If you're someone who's done that, you might think twice. I'm not judging. Or maybe I am. I will judge you, however, if you are not impressed with this set of Geeky candles. Candles that were made for you and me. No, they don't smell like Geeks specifically. This was a gift from Jasmine and Slav, who have appeared in the Pirillo vlog a few times. They even started their own vlog recently. This is not the giveaway, by the way. We'll get there. You ever wonder what space smells like? You can get that candle. Middle Earth. You can get that candle. Retro Arcade. You can get that candle. They all smell so good. So geeky good. Oh, a sports game must be over because my dad just appeared in my workshop 2 seconds ago. Hi, Dad.
Hi.
Yeah, I was just showing everybody the geeky candles. You want the geeky candles? Check the links in the video's description. Do you want to smell like Teen Spirit? You can. Well, at least your room can smell like Teen Spirit. These are real candle scents for geeks. And come on, if you don't get this reference, you and me, we're completely different. If you don't get this, like radically different. This is awesome. This out of all, actually no, I think I like Retro Arcade a bit more than Teen Spirit, but this one speaks to me because I was a huge Nirvana fan before I moved to Seattle. I don't know if Nirvana was one of the reasons I moved here. No, I don't think so because they had disbanded by then. Middle Earth, yeah. I'm going to have to... My top two, I'm not even really going to give you a smell test. Retro Arcade, because I love retro games, and Teen Spirit. Geeky candle scents. Thank you, Jazz and Slav. Did you guys even know that those existed? Probably not. Maybe you did. I don't know. Who won? I don't care. I don't care.
No, okay.
I had to speak over you because I realized I could be providing spoilers for anybody watching this video. Although I would be absolutely shocked, A, if anybody watched this far into the video, or B, if they did watch this far, actually cared about the game. So your team did well?
They did well, but not well enough.
Okay. Well, I am sad and disappointed, but I do believe that it could turn around next time. I think what they probably need to do in the next game to defeat their competitor is likely, and I'm just shooting from the hip here, they probably need to score more points.
Yeah, that's about it. You got it.
So that's just a rough analysis. I realize I'm armchair quarterbacking over here. Wait, what kind of game was it?
Basketball.
Basketball, right. So I used the right term. Yeah. Quarterbacking here. All right. I couldn't keep a straight face forever for that one. Thank you. I told everybody at the beginning we've got a lot of things to show today, or at least if I didn't, well, you know now. Scotty Vest sent me this, the SEV, or Scotty Vest, pack jacket with an adjustable hood, weight management system, fabric zipper pulls, exterior chest pocket 2 times over, which is wonderful, a hand warmer pocket 2 times over, and is also machine washable. I have not had a chance to use this yet, but the value of Scotty Vest, and by the way, I've said this when I've mentioned Scotty Vest in the past, I think the first time I had a chance to really have a chance to talk to the people at the company, I think there was some miscommunication, and I totally take responsibility. I was upset, and it was likely a miscommunication on my part. So obviously, we've kind of looked past that and are moving forward, if only because this is just one amazing product. The value of a Scotty Vest is that if you have a lot of gadgets, you can accommodate pretty much every single one of them. And in feeling this is going to become my default spring jacket. Can't use it necessarily in winter because it wasn't, I don't think it was made for that. Very, very lightweight, very, very soft. But I am absolutely a fan of using products like these, especially when I travel. And I guess this is kind of a theme today. The travel thing, I was talking about this external battery pack earlier. Water and stain repellent fabric. That's nice. Cell phone MP3 pocket. So they've got various pockets here, to accommodate various devices. Some of these things would be more valuable for some rather than others. The fact that it has 13 pockets, if you have more than 13 gadgets, wow. But this jacket could accommodate them. So you may very well see me wearing this jacket in future Pirillo vlogs. I'm not going to put it on right now, if only because, it's a jacket, right? You will likely see me wearing it in future videos. Very, very handy, and I'm very, very grateful that Scotty Vest was able to at least hear what I had experienced, and we were able to kind of move past, as I will say again, likely what was my miscommunication. It was the end of a very long day, and I've already kind of, I believe I've already spoken about this at length, but I would just say it again, as I just said it again. You weren't expecting that, were you? How many other videos on YouTube do you get as quality of a belch as you might experience here? I should probably check in with the viewers of the live stream. First time watching this live, it's hard when it's Ist Bar P, is living in Denmark. Wow. I'm going to do my best, by the way, for these live streams, for everybody who's able to tune in, to be able to tune in. So I'm thinking it's probably going to move back to where it was running for an extended period of time, right around 3 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Pacific, in that time range. This week was a little difficult to accommodate, but we may very well go down that path at some point in the near future. So the giveaway. Now, this is what I'm probably most excited about. I've teased this link a few times over in videos as well as in my social feeds. Oh, I lied. I want to tell you guys this too. For all you Mac users, we've got the Name Your Own Price Mac bundle. If you want to save money on fantastic Mac software, if you know a Mac user, you may want to check that out. Deals.lockergnome.com. Okay. Ignore the thing. You don't ignore what I just said. But getting back to the giveaway, which I am excited about, very excited about. I've got a product here worth $300 or somewhere thereabouts. This is awesome for me. And if you can't see from the embossing on the box, it's a Darth Vader collectible. So I've been doing this giveaway for the past week or so with Sideshow Collectibles. More information at sideshowcollectibles.com. This Darth Vader, super high quality. And even if you're not a fan of Star Wars or Darth Vader, that's okay. I won't judge you openly. You want this around you. Or I guarantee you know someone who would want this around them. I have not yet looked at this in person. I've only seen shots of it online. I knew I wanted to have this in my collection. Look at that. This is just a picture. Super high detail. That's what Sideshow Collectibles is known for. I'm going to go ahead and take this off. We're giving one away. How do you qualify? Check out the link in this video's description. That easy. So I guess I'm doing a Darth Vader unboxing. If I can. Let's see if I can pull it. Thought I could pull it off here. I want to get that plastic away a bit. Try to get to the quality of that model. Oh, wow. This is astounding. Oh, my God. All right. I'm going to keep him in there for a second, but the detail, the attention to detail that Sideshow puts into all of their models is amazing. And here's the thing. Even if you don't like Vader or Star Wars, someone you know would like it. This is very, 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 very valuable. And if this giveaway works out, Sideshow has other geeky models as well. So we may be able to do giveaways on a regular basis. So if you see something at Sideshow Collectibles that you want, well, participate in this giveaway and there's a chance we'll be able to do another one. I mean, just astounding. Breathtaking. Breathtaking. As I destroy everything. Don't mean to. I got my own little... It's another Vader lightsaber. I will be placing him as one of the crown jewels in my collection. It's difficult to show the level of detail there as much as I could with that helmet. I think this picture is quite representative of the quality of this particular collectible. And it is collectible. This is not a toy. Yes, Dad?
Takes the head off too.
Yeah, you would be able to replace that helmet with this helmet. So, look. I can't see. My helmet is over my eyes. Thank you. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what you wanted. Can't read your mind, old man. I'm on your heels. So there's the giveaway. You've got a few more days to participate. I'm very, very happy that we're doing this with them. And by the way, if you did not know, Dave Prowse, the actor who was inside the uniform for Darth Vader for the original trilogy, he is active on Twitter. You should follow him. Is Darth Vader. It's at Is Darth Vader. He also has a website, and you should visit that as well. I would recommend, if you ever wanted to have Darth Vader's autograph, that's the best way to do it. And he is so accessible, really. When I found out that he had the website, I was just ordering, not everything, but just about everything. I just realized that I can pull his head out. Is this what you wanted, Dad? Why didn't you say that? Use your words. Here we go. I don't know if... unfortunately, I'm going to drop my face in the background. Just the level of detail is breathtaking. Breathtaking. One of these days, I'm going to look like him. I'm going to say it now. I wanted to be cremated at one point in time, but I'm thinking that when I go, I want to be buried in a Star Wars themed something suit. Like I want to look like this, and I want an open casket. I don't care if I was horribly mangled in an accident. I want to be buried like Darth Vader. Or a stormtrooper, I don't care either way. Whatever's more affordable. No, screw that. Whatever costs the most. That's what... I don't care about the casket. No, build the casket out of Lego bricks. And put me in a Darth Vader uniform. We all have our last wishes. That just happens to be mine. And then as the pallbearers are walking out, I want the Imperial March playing. Has it been a half hour? Dude, I've only gotten through half of this bottle. That's good stuff. That's what happens when you drink an Imperial Stout. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks again for your support if you decided to support me at some point in time. If you do want to become a patron, I do appreciate that, being able to support me on a monthly basis. If you find me more valuable than a bottle of your favorite beer, then consider it. ChrisPirillo.com has more information as well as the link in this video's description. Thank you for being you, even if you aren't able to be a patron. I do appreciate the support. Thanks for remembering to like, comment, share this video, subscribe to this channel, and if you can, watch even more of our videos right now. We'll see you later.